Could a deranged loner in a homemade lab create a virus or some bug that would cause a pandemic, a bio-doomsday perhaps even? Is this possible? Well, according to Sir Martin Rees, Astronomer Royal of England, yes, it is possible. And he just briefed this to the House of Lords in the United Kingdom. So this is scary, guys. Sir Martin Rees wrote this book here, Our Final Hour. This book is copyright 2003, by the way, and I happen to bought it pretty much fresh off the press, guys. I've had this book for 20 years, and I have cited it many times before. But he's just come out with this. Oh, yeah. In this book, what he said is, and I think he was optimistic. He said that humanity has only a 50% chance of surviving the next 100 years based on the things that could wipe us out. And a couple of things he cited was bio-era and bio-terra, and also the cyber risk that we face in the world. He threw in some other risks, but he thought that our prospects were about even for surviving 100 years. Now, maybe he thinks less than that today, and some of the things I'm going to tell you that he said today seemed a little bit optimistic also, and I will show you why in a little bit. I'll show you some links. But this guy is a very eminent scientist, and I'll show you his bio on Wikipedia in a little bit. He is the Astronomer Royal of England, and he was also the 60th president of the Royal Society. He is an eminent scholar and astronomer. So, guys, this is a guy to take seriously. Anyway, so we're in an age today when laboratories, laboratory equipment, the expertise to use all this stuff is spreading widely around the world. And you know, science is being democratized. It's going everywhere. So acts of these type of events could escalate very easily. Back about 20 years ago, about when that book came out, I had seen an article that alleged that some scientist had ordered the genome for a virus offline and basically ordered the components offline and built it in his lab, homemade lab. There's biolabs all over the world. And it's not really that hard for the right person, right expertise to build one. We're talking about something you can build in your basement, essentially. This was why I did a video back probably about 3 or 4 years ago, probably 4 years ago now, called A Bomb in Every Pot. No, it's called A Nuke in Every Pot. Surprised that one didn't go viral, but I was talking about things like this, how somebody with very little, somebody with a budget that a lot of normal people could handle could develop doomsday weapons. So, guys, this is something that we need to pay a lot of attention to, especially in a world where the hatreds run so high as they do today. How can we survive this? Especially if you get a deranged person. This is what he was really hitting on, was the deranged loner. It may be bigger than that. But in any event, so like I said, he was speaking to the House of Lords on a debate on biosecurity. And then one of the things they asked him was, did he think that this bug originate from a lab link? And he said, well, that can't be ruled out. That it might have leaked from that lab in the so-called Institute of Virology in Wuhan, China. He said, but he added, with a caution, we cannot rule out leakages in the future. See, what he was talking about in that book was bio-era, that is accidental releases, and bio-terra. That was the two things that he was really hitting on the most. So this is what he said. He said, there is surely a case for enhancing security and independent monitoring of level 4 labs around the world, which are researching these lethal pathogens. Oh, yeah. I just did an article, and I'll show you again in a little bit about something, a new bug that they come up with over in our in Dragon Country. Let's just put it that way, where it's 100% lethal. Anyway, but he went on. But now he's not talking about those kind of labs. He said the risk really comes from homemade labs. Yeah. But anyway, he went on. And more importantly, ensuring that experiments on lethal pathogens are not done in less secure labs. And how do you do that? See, that becomes a real nightmare scenario. So he went on to say the real nightmare will be a deranged loner with biotech expertise who does not care who becomes affected or how many. You know, there's a lot of disaffected people. Sometimes they hate the world, become suicidal. Yeah. Or maybe they got some philosophical idea. Humanity is evil. We got to get rid of humanity. Or some twisted religious idea, or who knows what might motivate some people. When you get thousands and thousands of people, like we do today, they have this expertise in reality. So he went on. In contrast, to elaborate, conspicuous equipment needed to create a nuclear weapon, which can be feasibly monitored by international inspectors, biotech, well, he said, in contrast to that kind of equipment, biotech involves small-scale, dual-use technology that will become easily accessible. There are thousands of academic and industrial labs around the world where dangerous pathogens are being studied and modified, and increasing number of individuals will acquire the requisite expertise. You get that? Thousands. Well, what lab has less than 10 people? So that means there's literally tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people with this kind of expertise. It only takes one bad apple, guys, sometimes to spoil the pot. Anyway, he said, the dangers are looming ever larger. Regulation of biotech is needed ever more today. This is the stuff of nightmares. Well, how do you really regulate it when some individual might do something all on their own? That's the real issue. The rising empowerment of malign tech-savvy groups or even individuals by biotech will pose intractable challenges to governments and aggravate the tensions between freedom, privacy, and security. Oh yeah. So, you know, and he talked about the practical and moral challenges of taking on this nascent field, and said it's left the world's authorities unprepared. Well, no kidding. They haven't even thought about it hardly, even though that book came out 20 years ago. You know, the political sorts are kind of slow, and the people that run a lot of the three-letter agencies aren't necessarily the best and brightest. They're not always the brightest light on the Christmas tree, so it seems. I mean, just listen to some of them talk. Duh. Some of the sudden, things they say, oh, you know, I think, you know, really? You just come to that? Anyway. But anyway, he said this could likely endanger humanity itself. Or, you know, it could help, you know, society flourish either way. You know, a tool is a tool. It can be used for good or evil. But these are very powerful tools. He said, well, I'm not even going to read that part. Anyway, that's part of the challenges we face, guys. This is why you need to get ready. You need to prepare yourself as much as you can for this kind of stuff that may come at us. Now, I suggest, you know, you might want to consider, what do you do in a biosecurity big whatever might come? You know, they're talking now about some bug X, you know, whatever that may be, how they come up with this and make such predictions like they're making. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic that probably can't even talk about on this platform. But anyway, guys, so guys, get ready where you can, you know, plastic for your windows and HEPA 4 filters. Oh yeah, air filters. You can get, you go to prepwithgreg.com and you can find air filters. Prepwithgreg.com. You get you some duct tape and plastic to put over your doors and windows and have some way to put air through your house. But the HEPA 4 filters is what you really need for your home. But also, if you go to prepwithgreg.com, they have specials on long-term food that you can buy in buckets. Right now, we're running a special. It's $200 off a 3-month supply. 3 months food for less than $600 in buckets like this that are lightweight, and you can bury these. You can bug out with them, put them in your, throw them in your car, or make caches of them because they're sealed and they got sealed packages inside them. And if you don't like the selections that you know, they got like 27 different varieties or something like that. And that's special. But this is actually a bucket outside that special. This is you can buy other things. This is like a breakfast kit, or you can get carnivore kits, or you can get vegan kits, or you can get fruit kits. You know, there's a lot of choices. And you get number 10 cans. You can buy stuff in number 10 cans if you want the food stuff, the long-term 25-year storage food. Oh, yes, 2,000 calories a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner is a deal with a special. But they also run daily specials and other things on that site. And I think I bought that in one of their daily specials or something like that. But, you know, check it out, prepwithgreg.com. But do check out water filtration and air filtration and other survival and prepping type supplies that they have there. You see if there's something you like. If not, that's fine. Just check it out. Anyway, let's do a screen share. We're going to show you Sir Martin Rees here. Ding, ding, ding. Here he is. He's been around a while, as you can tell. He's had a few more orbits around the sun than I have. Anyway, he is, like I said, the 60th president of the Royal Society. Let's see, he was the Astronomer Royal of the United Kingdom. You can see this goes back to dating from 22nd June of 1675 in terms of these positions that he's holding. So they've been around. Very esteemed, very esteemed. And he talks about gamma ray burst and things like that. He's like he said, he's an astronomer. He knows a lot of the risk that we face cosmically, like from gamma ray burst, which may be no defense for that, guys, but hopefully that will happen. But, you know, hey, like I said, there's some other things going on out there right now. And why in the world are people doing stuff like this? But there's no such thing that labs don't leak, do they? Why in the world would somebody develop something like this? There's a lot of people upset about this. Gosh, and this is not the only experiment like that. There's been other experiments that people are really up in arms about. So this is what Wikipedia tells us. A list of biosecurity incidents. Now, this I don't believe is comprehensive because I've heard of things that's not on here, and includes some accidental shipments of things that weren't supposed to be shipped. And I don't see that on here. But this is a long list of bio accidents. You might say incidents, bio error that's occurred, guys, in Wikipedia. So all you got to do is just look up list of biosecurity incidents, and this is what pops up in Wikipedia. It goes back to 1903. 1903. And, you know, look, we didn't get any better here in the 2000s. Look at all this stuff. 2007 outbreak of foot and mouth disease. Oh, it's hoof and mouth, foot and mouth. Yeah, a lot of bugs have bit people that should not have. And this is kind of a litany of a lot of these things. Smallpox, discovery of 6 virals containing viable smallpox in the 1950s, labeled variola, something like that, another word for smallpox, by the Food and Drug Administration. I read about that one, this incident here. Ebola, dengue fever. Yeah, there's just been all kind of nasty little bugs that they've had incidents with. Prions, you know, this is the stuff like causes mad cow, or the variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, however you say that. So on and on. But you know what? They don't talk about that certain lab and release the question that he was asking about. That's not in this list. Well, that's not in this list. This is what they choose to list, guys. But no, we ain't got to worry about that. It's fine. They can make anything they want to, and these labs are so good at there's nothing to be worried about. Don't worry your pretty little head. Yeah, right. A new lab made puts a grain of function. Yeah, they're talking gain of function research under the microscope. Yeah, they just keep making stuff. This is I think this is an older article here, October 14th. Yep. This article came out before this article. It's talking about other stuff, you know. Anyway, mail order CRISPR kit allows absolutely anyone to hack DNA. There's nothing to worry about, guys. Anyone, absolutely anyone to hack DNA. Isn't that lovely? Jeez. Rogue experimenters. Community labs want to make everything from insulin to prosthesis. And this article goes on, talking about underground science space, community lab. They're talking about gene edited, synthetic biology. Synthetic biology. They got a real-time PCR machine seriously knitting out bugs? What? Copies of a particular strand of DNA, you know, in order to manipulate it. Whoa, 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 what? Anyway, I don't know, guys. Does this give you a lot of comfort? Here he is. Is this your what if this guy is deranged? You know, there's a certain percentage of the population that are sociopaths and psychopaths, and you got a few in every 100 people. There are a few. Anyway, guys, this is a map here of the biolabs that we know about. It doesn't include the one in Rees, California, and things like that. And Sir Martin Rees seemed to have forgotten about that when he was, you know, he was focused on just the lone deranged individual with his homemade lab. He actually thought that, you know, nations wouldn't do anything like that. But I don't know, guys, or organizations, that they'd be too cautious to want to do something like that at the organizational level. So he thought it would just be the lone deranged individual. But there's plenty of candidates to be that lone deranged individual. That's what he was worried about. But what happened in Rees, California? How many more of those are there? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? The one they discovered because they just happened to have a hose. A code compliance officer was going through an industrial park and saw a hose sticking out of a warehouse, dripping something nasty looking. And it wasn't supposed to be any hoses going from the inside to the outside. Investigated, and what they found inside blew their minds. I got to be careful what I talk about here. Anyway, guys, you want to see the Bio 4 safety labs? Oh, yeah, the one and the one under big question. Supposedly not even a level 4 one will be bug leak. They're all over the world. Yeah, Africa, India, up here in Siberia, Malaysia. Yeah, Malaysia and the Netherlands. I think they did that human transmissible birdie bug. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to say too many things to get things excited on here. So, guys, I don't know, guys. This is the lower level here at Bio 3s. Oh, yeah. Bio 3 labs. Animal biosafety level 4. Let's add a few more. This is animal labs. Anthropod biosafety level 4. Oh, yeah. See, guys. I don't know what this bio risk management, biosafety. I guess this is they think the countries that are green are good. The countries have dual use stuff or red. Oh, yeah. That's what he was worried about. Now, that's all over the world. You can order this stuff, guys. Biosecurity. I don't know what that's really telling you there. Red's probably bad, and according to whoever come up with this website is not all inclusive or comprehensive by any shape of the imagination. That is just a sample. Like I said, it doesn't include the thing in Rees, California. So does this make you feel comfortable? What do you think? Put comments below. The whole purpose I'm bringing this to you is there's plenty of things to be concerned about. You know, like I said, you need to have probably in your whole system, maybe some some of them filtered face masks that filter this stuff out. Should something like it break, I'm talking about gas masks, you know. So something like this break in, you have to go outside. You can't stay inside all the time, even when you tape up your windows and you still got to get fresh air in your house. That's why you need a HEPA filter, and you might want that in your bunker if you can afford it. If not, just stay away from, you know, if something like this breaks out, you want to be as isolated as you can get if something like that breaks out. I don't know, guys. It's this is not a pretty prospect. I'm not saying this is going to happen with so many deranged people out there. It's probably not just people. You know, there's organizations that have you know, an axe to grind, an agenda, something like that. So this is something to watch out for, guys. This is something to put in the whole context of everything else we prep for. So just be ready. Get yourself as ready as you can. That's all I can say. Get ready. Be prepared. If you like this content, subscribe, bang the up notification bell, and click all. And check back with my channel from time to time, because a lot of my subscribers aren't getting notifications like they ought to, but you won't get them at all if you don't do that. So check back, every day or two. I'm trying to put up content every day as much as I can, at least every other day. And lately I've been hitting every day pretty well, and occasionally 2 in a day. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Eyes wide open, head on the swivel, because it's coming at us from every angle. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Greg out.